Yes, hi, hello, and welcome back to Be Intellectual. In each one of my videos though, over the last couple of weeks, I've had the same reoccurring theme come up, which is people are always living for other people instead of living for themselves, because we're addicted. We are addicts. We are addicts. And the moment you say that out loud, you should feel relieved, because we are addicts. We are addicted to living lives that we cannot afford. Whether you can't afford it with money, you can't afford it with your mental health, you can't afford it with your physical health. We're addicted to living lives that we cannot afford. You got people that are going broke to get the next J's, the next makeup, the next whatever trend. Like, it makes no sense. Your priorities are not in order. You're robbing yourself of your mental health because you're no longer confident. You no longer have high self-esteem. You're always looking for other people to approve your value. No. And for your physical, my God, you have men that are taking maybe not roids but other supplements that are pretty much similar, and you have women with waist trainers and getting plastic surgery, and everyone's working out all the time, and over exhausting ourselves to fit this new norm. Do y'all remember back in the day when being skinny was the thing? Being skinny was in. So me growing up as a suburban kid, I had thicker thighs and fuller lips, and all I wanted to do was be skinny because I had all these thick, skinny white girls around me, and that wasn't cool. Now being thick and having an ass is cool, and I'm like, I've been born with this my whole life. I've been ashamed up until a certain point, and now all of y'all going out and getting surgery to have what I have naturally. Like, why don't you just embrace what you got now, right? You're risking your health, you're risking your entire life to get these fucked up bot surgeries, or maybe you go see Dr. Miami, but then you have recovery time and you can't do this, you can't do that. You're wearing waist trainers that are sucking your organs together, and now you have organ failure or whatever, or your liver is failing and your kidneys are failing because you're taking every supplement there is out there to make your hair grow, your nails grow, and just whatever, okay? Like, we literally are robbing ourselves so deeply from a lot of things because we are addicted to living for other people. Live for yourself. What happened to just you being you? What happened to just thinking for yourself? What happened to you can be whatever you want to be? But now it's like, oh, I want to be just like Kim K or Amber Rose or Rihanna or Beyonce. I want to be just like whatever famous football player there is out there for the men. And it's sad because we're no longer happy with ourselves. We no longer know self-value, self-worth. We no longer have confidence. We no longer have high self-esteem. Like, do y'all see what's happening here? You have to accept your flaws in all. Everything that you do, you have got to accept who you are as a person. That's just it. That's who you are. I have this giant pimple on my chin right here, and it grew in this morning, and I almost didn't record today because I was like, well, fuck, I have a pimple on my face, and that's not flattering, but it's like, oh wait, I'm human. Oh, okay. So do I get pimples? Yeah. Do I get blemishes? Sure. Do I gain weight sometimes? Yeah, I'm a woman. We fluctuate in weight every day. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from doing what I want to do. I'm not gonna let that stop me from getting my message out there, because this is what needs to be heard. Right now I have a little bit more weight on me than I'd like, but I've kind of accepted it. I'm not out here starving myself. I'm not out here, extreme dieting at all. Like, I can just change my diet and eat healthier, and it'll come right off. Like, you don't have to go out and buy these expensive ass supplements when kale is $2 at Kroger. So you much rather spend $60 at GNC, and instead of getting $20 worth of like kale and mushrooms and broccoli and this and that. Like, what? Think about that, because these vegetables are feeding all of you, and this one thing is only feeding part of you and poisoning the rest of you. Like, let's put that in perspective here, okay? Falling into the trap is next. Oh yes. So for me, I have never fallen into the trap. I have felt myself starting to toe that line and slip and, not be happy with what I've got. So I'm like, well, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. And I've even done that on Instagram, but then after I get done, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm like, I don't feel confident. I feel dirty, and I feel weird, to be honest with you. I don't feel, it's weird. And some people, they can get over that feeling, and others can't. Like me, I can't do that. I'm like, this does not feel like me at all. Like, this is not me, so I'm not going to do it. But with all the pressures from your own peers and your friends and media and social media and having your phone in your hand all the time, like, it's hard not to fall into that trap. But what have you gained? For the people who have fallen into the trap, What have you gained from falling into that trap? I know some people they say, oh, I've gained confidence, but did you? Have you? Because your face you look just like Kylie Jenner in your face. You know why? Because you did the exact same makeup routine that she does to look like her. You spend your whole life or whatever trying to mimic somebody instead of being yourself. Do you know how hard that is? You know how expensive that is to mimic somebody? Hello? Like, she's got it like that. You ain't got it like that, sis. Why would you do that? Like, live within your means. And, you know, obviously dream big and manifest bigger things. But, you know, live in this present moment. Like, you need to be present. Like, right now, you can't do that. Not saying that you won't ever be able to do that. But right now, like, let's be realistic here. Like, we've gained absolutely nothing but depression, eating disorders, and being broke. So take a breath, people. Take a breath. And it makes me so sad because I see a lot of my friends from how they were back then and how they are now, and they have fallen so deep into this hole that I can't even save them. They can't even save themselves. And it's funny when I talk to them about it and they don't even see the effects. And that's what good advertisement and good PR is. Good advertisement and good PR is invisible. And so you slowly start to just deteriorate yourself and completely change who the fuck you are, because that's what society is telling you to do, right? And again, like, back to my skinny story, I tried everything to be skinny back then. And now that it's not the trend anymore, it's like, oh, okay, I can just be myself. Like, okay, but just to think that I tried so hard as a 10-year-old to get rid of my thighs makes absolutely no sense. And it starts so young for both men and women. Men are taught that you need to be muscular, you need to be dominant, your body count for men is what matters. And it's like, your body count doesn't mean shit. That's why they don't treat women properly, because they're just here to, you know, stick it in and get out, because that's what they're told. But it's like, for men, it's how you treat women, how you respect your boss, how you handle your job, how you handle yourself in tough situations is what really makes you a man. Not your body count, not how strong you are, not how buff looking you are, because, you know, you got a lot of buff people that ain't actually strong. I ran into that a couple times. I think it's hilarious. And it's like, all of this when you can just be happy. I've embraced this pimple. I might even name it. You know why? Because it's temporary. It came in and it's going to leave. Like, what? Everything in life is temporary. Like, we act like we're in fucking famine, like we're about to lose it all. Like, no, this is not going away. It's been around for years. Can you imagine Maybelline, for example? L'Oreal has been around for thousands of years, okay? Like, Jesus Christ. They're still going, kicking hell strong. All right, so just take a breath. Just take a breath. Please take a breather. Just stop and think to yourself, like, is it really worth it? Like, this is not fulfilling. This is not a fulfilling life. At least not for me. It might be for other people, but I don't know. It's not fulfilling. And we want to live fulfilling lives. And of course we want to be pretty. We want to do this. We want to do that. And I'm all for that. But not at the sake of your sanity. Not at the sake of your self-worth and your value, your self-respect, not your confidence, not your health, dude. Not even your money. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm just not. You know, in class the other day, this girl said that before she posts a picture on Instagram, it goes through five different editing apps. And it's like, wow, you really changed you changed everything about you. And she said that. She was like, I come to class looking like shit, but on Instagram, you would never even notice what I look like. And I'm like, wow. And this guy even posed a question. He was like, is your social media an extension of you or a representation of you? Is an extension of you. This is what you want to be. This is how you want to be perceived. This is what you want to look like. This is what you want to be like. But in real life, you're like this, just like Tinder, like, oh, I'm 6'8" when you're 5'9". Sir, I'm all here about fantasizing and wanting more, but live with what you got and make it the most of it, you know? Just live your best life how you know how to. That's it. Just embrace yourself, flaws and all. We're not perfect. Beyonce's not perfect. Rihanna's not perfect. They have blemishes. They get pimples. But the difference is that they get ripped to shreds in the media if they're the least bit perfect. But at the end of the day, they're fucking human, right? Like, they're human. Like, I don't know why we put these celebrities on these fucking pedestals. They're just regular people like you and me that have bukus of money and great talent. But there are so many people out here that have little money and have even better talents than half these people that are famous. Let's be honest, right? But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So embrace yourself, people. Love yourselves. Take 5 minutes out of your day and list off 5 things that you're grateful for. So I have this thing called 5 at 5. At 5 o'clock every day, no matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, even if I'm at the gym, that's when I go take my water break, I will say out loud, quietly to myself or in my head, 5 things that I am grateful for. And because it helps me stay at peace, and it keeps a peace of mind, and it just tells the universe that I'm happy, and and thank you for providing for me, right? Instead of coming from a place of, you know, lack. I don't have this, I don't have that, so I'm not shit. Like, no. And what you speak is what you will get. So just always keep that in mind. You are beautiful. You are beautiful inside and out. You are loved. You are cared for. You have so many talents. You have so many values. Stop placing your talents and your values on what the fuck society says. To be quite honest, like, we are in this vicious cycle when it comes to society. And I feel like the more we stop feeding into that, and the more we embrace who we are, that's why I love the Dove campaign. Like, I just love it, because the more we embrace who we are as people, the happier we'll be. We'll have less suicide rates, less, you know, depression rates. We'll have less anorexia rates. There's so much stuff will go down if one advertiser would just, you know, still get your message across and advertise. Of course, do your job, but do it in a way that doesn't make people feel like shit about themselves, right? The airbrushing and the photoshopping, like, it's gotta stop. Yes, it's gotta stop, because we're old enough now, we are media literate now to know that, well, duh, that was Photoshop. And it's like, okay, well, we're catching on, so try something else, right? Give us something natural. Shake it up and give us a natural person. And now we're like, holy shit, who is this Joe Schmo that I just saw at Kroger? You know, like, that's it. So just love yourself and just take a breather, y'all. Just take a fucking break. Take a break from the social media, put the phone down, and just take 5 minutes to meditate, talk out loud, whatever you need to do. Because you're beautiful and you are loved. So is your social media an extension of you and what you would like to be, or is it a representation of you and who you are? That is it. That is all.